Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mira Fuji Salamatunnajah. My student's number is 192122087. Here I'd like to present my research proposal entitled Depicting Students' Unwillingness to Communicate in English in Search of Factors and Solutions. The first is background of the study. Nowadays, the focus of EFL teaching is on its communication purpose, which means that the targeted goal is to enable the EFL students to communicate using the language in a meaningful and effective communication. This according to Clement et al. 2003. The purpose of English teachers, specifically in an ESL or EFL context, is to produce students who can communicate effectively in real-life situations. However, many English teachers are frequently confronted with students who are unwilling to use English. Some students prepare to speak up when they have the opportunity, while others prepare to remain silent. So it is essential to investigate the reason why some students remain silent during the process of teaching and learning. Alright, next, formulation of the problem. The first, what factors contribute to the students' unwillingness to communicate in English in the classroom? And the second, what are the solutions to overcome the students' unwillingness to communicate in the classroom? Alright, then operational definition. Students' unwillingness to communicate. Students are not able to communicate in the target language and are not willing to use it to communicate in real situations. And then English language here is the target language that must be used by foreign language students at S.Pd 18 Tasikmalaya. And then factors and solutions sought are regarding to the unwillingness of students to communicate in English. Alright, then aims of the research. This study aims to investigate factors that contribute to the students' unwillingness to communicate in English and the solutions to overcome the students' unwillingness to communicate in the classroom. Alright then, significance of the study. The first, theoretical uses. This study aims to fill in the gap of students' unwillingness to communicate in English in educational context. And then the second, practical uses for students to find out what makes students unwilling to communicate in English in the classroom. And for teacher can find suitable strategies that may help the students to actively participate in the classroom interaction. And the last, empirical uses. This study be beneficial for a researcher as the references in further research. Alright, next about theoretical framework. EFL students' willingness and unwillingness to communicate in English. Willingness and unwillingness to communicate in English as a foreign language classroom have been issued for foreign language teachers and learners because they have affected students' foreign language learning and achievement. Weda et al. Argue that the students are unwilling to express their ideas to other students because they feel nervous, and they are also unwilling to express themselves because they feel afraid. Alright then, study of the relevant research. The previous study focuses on the students' willingness to communicate, for example, from McIntyre and Karus in 1996 and Yasima in 2002. Many studies have been carried out to explore L2WTC in relation to various ID variables such as personality, self-confidence, attitude, and motivation. Therefore, this present study tried to investigate the factors that contribute to the students' unwillingness to communicate in English and find solutions that can be used to overcome this problem in junior high school students. Alright, next about method of the research. This study will be conducted using qualitative method as Creswell in 2010 and Frankel and Wallin in 2008. In Siti Zakia 2015 state that qualitative research is characterized by the nature of the data which may be organized from various sources, among others are document and data processing which elaborate the findings in textual form. And then focus of the research. The focus of this research is to narrow the factors that cause students' unwillingness to communicate in English in class and solutions to overcome students' unwillingness to communicate. And then setting and participants. The setting will be conducted in S.Pd 18 Tasikmalaya, and the participants were 2 students from grade 7 and 1 teacher at S.Pd 18 Tasikmalaya. The researchers selected students based on their level of learning English. Alright, then data collection. The data collected through semi-structured interview. As Palima state that semi-structured interview is a sort of interview that has a flexibility of discussion when the informant responds to the question freely but still on the track, because the researcher provides several questions that related to the problem discussed to get rich information about a problem. And then data analysis. The analysis method is using thematic analysis, as Brown and Clark in 2006 assumed that thematic analysis is an analytical procedure to analyze, manage, represent, and inform themes that are contained in a dataset. Alright then, step of the research. The first, identifying the research problem, then reviewing of literature, formulating research problem, choosing the study design, collecting data, process and analyze the collected research data, and the last, writing research report. And then time and place of the research. place of this research at SMP 18 Tasikmalaya from February to April. Alright, here are the references that the researcher used. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.